welcome to NNN, NATO News Network. Thanks for being with us tonight as we put 2016 to bed and welcome in the Year of the Rooster. I'm Etienne Zabot.
And I'm Patrick Humphrey. Obviously, one of the biggest headlines at the end of the year was the strange rash of celebrity deaths that seemed to plague the world. You couldn't even spend a day without going into the news media and finding some example of an entertainment icon, a political figure, or a famous scientist who had passed away suddenly. In honor of all of those that we lost this year, we are therefore going to read their names out loud on air together. Pat Harrington Jr., Troy Shondell, Kitty Cowan, Angus Scrim, David Margulies.
What the fuck are you talking about, Patrick?
I mean, what the fuck am I talking about?
Did
I'm
you
talking
just
about
look
dead
up some
celebrities.
local obituary or something?
No, I didn't look up a local obituary. These are celebrities.
What about the important people?
The fuck are you talking about, important people? David Margulies is a hero to me. He's the reason I became an actor.
Oh, good for you. Just get on with the list, the actual list.
Okay, you know what? They even gave me a list of so-called important celebrities because they said you'd be like this. And frankly, it's breaking my heart. I thought better of you, Etienne. You want famous people? Fine, Here we go. David Bowie, Alan Rickman, Glenn Frey, Paul Kantner, Abe Vigoda, Harper Lee, George Kennedy, Keith Emerson, Frank Sinatra Jr., Rob Ford, Phife Dawg, Kenny Baker, Prince, Muhammad Ali, Anton Yelchin, Elie Wiesel, Gene Wilder, Edward Albee, Leonard Cohen, Fidel fucking Castro died, Ron Glass, Greg Lake, Zsa Zsa Gabor, George Michael, Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds, fucking Lemmy Kilmister? Is that big enough for you?
Well, technically Lemmy died in 2015.
I don't want to fucking hear it. 2016's first act before it was even out of the womb was killing the man who could not die, the man who a million Jack and Cokes couldn't bring down, and taking him away from his millions of devoted fans.
Are you done yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
You know, with all the celebrities that died in 2016, it kind of makes you wonder, who's left?
It's a good question, Etienne.
For more on that, we go to Max Perez with our celebrity death forecast.
Oh shit, hey, Oof, how you doing? My name is Max Perez and this is Celebrity Death Watch 2017. In projected deaths this year, we have Mel Brooks, creator of The Producers, he's 90 years old. Carl Reiner, star of the Ocean's films, he's 94. Stan Lee, creator of such Marvel characters such as Spider-Man, Iron Man, the Hulk, also 94. We have Christopher Lloyd, 78, he wishes he had that time machine right now. Betty White, 95, Golden Girl's getting up there. Julie Andrews is 81, Sound of Music's getting kind of dim. And finally, we have Ozzy Osbourne at 68. I know he's a little bit on the younger side there, but I've had him on the death pool for a few years now because of the drugs and alcohol, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get him this year. Fucking better. I got money on that shit. In shocking deaths this year, we have Mark Hamill, who we project to die based on Carrie Fisher haunting the set of Star Wars Episode 9. Taylor Swift dying in some sort of dating-related injury. Kanye West, kind of being Kanye West. And finally, Coolio.
He's still alive?
That's the shocking bit. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Max. I would have thought he would have gotten to Gangster's Paradise by now.
Oh, that's a good one. But you know, celebrity deaths for 2016, they weren't all bad. We lost wife of former Republican governor, former First Lady, and mother of the war on drugs, Nancy Reagan. To celebrate, Californians passed a law to legalize recreational marijuana. Guess she shouldn't have told us that we'd be doing drugs over her dead body now, should she?
Guess it's a case of be careful what you wish for, Etienne. On the topic of positive deaths this year, we had at least one other. Justice Antonin Scalia finally kicked the bucket. Mr. Scalia, wherever you are, which I sincerely hope is hell, I'd like to thank you for finally giving us a slightly lesser number of attacks on our civil liberties every year by finally getting the fuck out. Of course, this also puts one in mind of the bad things happen in threes rule, so just to put it out there to the universe, maybe? Maybe? We live in hope.
In other drug-related news, studies have continued to surface in 2016, showing links to psilocybin mushroom helping with depression in patients, as well as small doses of MDMA helping with PTSD. Unfortunately, we would have had these results sooner, but lab coats are banned attire at both Grateful Dead concerts and EDC.
It is sad when a subculture bans the outside world and therefore stymies progress. In another area of stymied progress finally coming to fruition, Congress has finally lifted the ban on stem cell research, as well as the ban on gene splicing between different species. While food enthusiasts are currently excited of the idea of a from-egg turducken, others are concerned that their new replacement human livers will in fact be grown inside live cows.
It's interesting, too. One might think that gene splicing could lead to changes in hormones and lowering the aggression in animals. One might also theorize from this that it might be the one thing that could have saved Harambe.
Truly a national tragedy. However, if one good thing did come out of the Harambe crisis, it was the realization that 90% of the people on the internet care more about a gorilla that they will never meet that was menacing a child than they do about the lives of actual children living in America. Just as an update, the Flint water crisis is still ongoing.
Speaking of other things that people don't care about, we've returned to oppressing local native peoples instead of people in the Middle East for our oil. When asked why we had to go through sacred Indian lands, pipeline officials replied with, well, they're just fossil fuels. They just need to be with other fossil fuels. So, we gotta have it over an Indian burial ground, bro.
No, an indisputable argument, especially when you take the record of race relations in America. On other race-related news, the BLM group has gained international attention this year by protesting against police brutality and other racist acts by anti-black and pro-white groups. Of course, they've also generated a flashback from conservative groups who have accused them of, in essence, becoming the new KKK. Considering the percentage rates that they are tied to lynchings, church burnings, mass murder, and generally blocking white students from being able to attend public schools, I think that the comparison is well deserved.
You gotta love hypocrisy in America. And now for something that people actually care about, here's Max Perez with sports.
Alright, well, here's a bunch of stuff I played in 2016. Doom came out. That was pretty fun. Dark Souls 3, excellent. Overwatch, played a shit ton of that. Uncharted 4 was excellent. Civilization 6. It's funny. I can barely run my own life, but they'll let me control an entire society of people.
Max, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I don't watch sports, so.
The sports guy, this is ridiculous. Can we get the camera back over here? Max, what the hell are you... This is so unprofessional. I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. You're ignoring everything that happened to the world of sports this year. I mean, come on. Golden State choking in the NBA championships. The Cubs winning the World Series. Like, what the 2016 Olympics. They happened in Rio. Like, that's not even a yearly event, and you're just ignoring it. For fuck's sake, like, the Super Bowl is next week. Am I the only asshole here? Am I the asshole?
I don't watch hockey, man. It's alright. Calm down. Calm down. And to help you calm down, here's Mike with the weather.
Hello, this is Michael Mercado with your weather report for the day. And as you can see, we are experiencing a little bit of rain and will probably continue to do so as the weeks go on. And what I believe this is caused by is the high to low air pressure on the Pacific Ocean working its way up the jet stream coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, which will interact with our desert climate here. And okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I actually just wanted to see if anyone wanted to play some Pokemon Go with me, because it's the perfect weather for it. And I'm almost at level 30, and I just need a little help, maybe someone to train with. My handle is Beagle Trainer 99, and I'm Team Instinct. Back to you, Patrick.
Thanks for that enlightening report, Mike. Since we're on the topic of climate, it seems an appropriate time to do our Focus on Politics segment, in which we dissect the most major political trends of the recent year. Recent successes by progressives and anti-bigotry groups worldwide have seen a considerable backlash this year, as radical conservatism is on the rise. In one very visible example, the UK voted to protect themselves and therefore their unwilling Commonwealth partners of Ireland and Scotland from the horrible fate of extensive tourism from mainland Europe being the dominant economic force in the largest economic bloc in the world and, brown people. In the stunning win for white nationalists, many found only sour victory, as thousands of pro-Brexit voters took to social media after the decision to say that they were only kidding.
Following in the footsteps of former colonial power and Big Daddy Great Britain, America decided to elect Donald John Trump to the office of president. Much like his boyhood hero, Emperor Palpatine, he's already caused hate to flow through America. With reports swirling about KGB involvement in the Clinton email hacks, Trump ties to the Kremlin, and Russian involvement in the U.S. election, one can't help but think that 2017 would have been really the year for that Red Dawn remake. After all, no foreign army has occupied American soil until now.
And on that topic, I think now is a perfect time to remember all of those wonderful, post-apocalyptic, cocaine-fueled 80s action films that are now serving as such a grim and accurate view of the near future. Can we roll that clip? Well, that just about wraps up our 2016 year in review. From everyone here at the NATO News Network, we'd like to wish you all good luck, because, damn, we're going to need it. We're basically all fucked.
Here's to hoping that the year of the rooster is a good year for everybody and not just another cock that fucks us all. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.